Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the you in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Hey, thanks everybody for sticking with us and viewing us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe every time you see this pop up. Don't forget our shows, 7 p.m. Pacific time every Friday. Pacific time every Friday night. That's the Friday Fix. 1 p.m. Pacific time Sunday show. That's our Sunday Town Hall. The link will be inside of the comments. You can join us anytime. How you doing, Wesley?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. I drank that water and everybody got to smell it. It's all goody.
Hey, man, it's been a pretty crazy last few days ever since we've did our last report.
Hold on, Wesley. Let me ask you this. When has it not been the last couple crazy days? I feel like it's all. I feel like we're calling the Power Rangers every day. Be like, oh, you need to go jump somebody in the park today. Like, damn, every day.
It's pretty much our existence for at least the next 4 years, maybe longer. Who knows, depending upon how things do turn out. But I like to start with Trump pauses aid to Ukraine amid clash with Zelensky. President Trump has ordered a pause on U.S. aid going to Ukraine in its war against Russia. A consequential move as he clashes with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky about the path to ending the conflict. The president has been clear that he is focused on peace. We need our partners to be committed to that goal as well, a White House official said in a statement. We are pausing and reviewing our aid to ensure that it's contributing to a solution. The pause applies to all military aid not already on the ground in Ukraine and will affect munitions, anti-tank weapons, and other materials the U.S. has provided to Kiev since Russia invaded roughly 3 years ago. Trump took office with nearly $4 billion in drawdown authority available from previously approved congressional funding for Ukraine. That funding now appears poised to go unused. The move is likely to increase the pressure on Zelensky to get back in Trump's good graces or risk losing ground in the war. It's also likely to put the spotlight on European nations seeking to rally more support for Kiev. Now, if we want to really get into this, like it's been gotten into over the last few days, we want to start from kind of the beginning of this situation to where they had that White House
confrontation
meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's supposed to be a sit down talk about how we can come to peaceful terms, and it had Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, and of course Donald Trump as United States go-to guy, and J.D. Vance and a bunch of other people in his cabinet were there. It went from being somewhat civil with a few jabs here and there. You can hear them from our side of the aisle, which I would say is Trump and the rest of those guys. And it turned kind of nasty after they began to kind of point out the weaknesses within his circumstances. And I guarantee I don't feel like they pointed out the weaknesses in the circumstances of the Russians when they were talking to the Russians. I don't believe that.
No, Zelensky was brought there for public humiliation at the end of the day. That's all it was. Yep. You let a reporter talk crazy to a president of a different country, like a reporter, You know what I'm saying? And then J.D. Vance is going to sit there and laugh. And you see Marco Rubio's like,
yeah, I mean,
he was the most embarrassed in the room. Yeah, it was a joke.
It was a joke.
Zelensky didn't have to take it. He ain't going to bend the knee. I mean, he's ready to kind of do it now. He's like, the mineral deal can still be on the table because they know they can't win. And even the UK came out. They were like, look, we're going to try to do a peace deal, and the US is going to be involved, and this and this and that, because they know they kind of have to. They need us for this, but I mean, they shouldn't.
They have to deal with us. It's a horrible circumstance to have a person who was sold out to Russia, which is Donald Trump. He's sold out to Vladimir Putin. He's given up basically the American, our military, all ground that we've gained in this war. I mean, all the help that it's going to basically create for what we've already been through with Russia. We have to think about those things. People tend not to understand the long history we've had with them, how many trillions of dollars we spent in a covert war with, Cold War counting. And then on top of that, we were in Afghanistan. They were sending in, hitmen and paying for all kind of stuff on our troops in Iraq, and all the things we went through with them in Syria, them trying to dump our government bonds in 2008 when they're asked China to dump our government bonds so they could crater the economy further than where it was in '08. This is our mortal enemy. We all know this. And we have a person who is right now at war with them, and we don't have to fire a single shot. And they've already knocked off over 700,000 of their troops, plus over 1 million wounded. I mean, severely wounded, not just like, what you see on TV. This is like maybe a limb, or something else missing. This is what this small little nation has done to them. Let them deal with that problem. Put them in a situation to where, their economy is already cratering right now. Their military is on the verge. They have to conscript so many different people from different places right now just to even bring them in. They're bringing in North Koreans. Let this situation play itself out. Why are we interjecting ourselves?
They told the North Koreans that they were fighting South Koreans.
Really?
So when the North Koreans got captured, they're like, yo, who are you?
It's kind of cold. It's kind of cold over here.
Wait, you don't look like my cousin. Like, that's what I've been trying to get at. Homeboy stole my sister's doll back in '97.
Remember what they told the people over in India? Remember they hit them up and was like, "Hey, you guys want to work? You need a construction job? We'll pay you about $4,000 a month." They're like, "What? Seriously?"
They told me it was a call center, and now I have a gun and I'm at the front lines.
Oh man, this guy!
I haven't made a single call yet.
All right. You're stupid, bro. You're stupid. Hey, but listen, in all honesty though,
they told me I was going to work for Amazon.
Hey, it's crazy right now because honestly, they had them front line, man. They had them people front line with put a gun in your hand. This person probably never been in any kind of a confrontation with a gun in his entire life. They're like, here you go. The Russian military is like, they just put us on the front line. They didn't even give us any training.
They're like, I ain't had curry in weeks, bro. I'm starving out here.
This guy is crazy, man. Stop it, bro.
How do you feel about fuck him? So I'm joking. I'm playing. I'm just joking. So how do you feel about the rumor they were saying that Donald Trump has been a KGB agent since 1987? Have you seen that?
I mean, I've heard that. I heard that. Do I think that he's been an agent? I don't know. But do I believe they've been giving him money? Yes. It's a long history. I mean, even his sons came out and said, we got all of our money from Russia. I mean, this is things that are already noted. They know that Deutsche Bank has given them a lot of money, and Deutsche Bank is known to have ties to Russia. There's a guy who bought one of Donald Trump's condos for like, I don't want to say the number, but it was like 3 or 4 times what it was really even worth. It was ridiculous, way more than what it was worth. And it was a Russian guy who did it. You know what I mean? So this is consistently, he's having dealings with Russians who are bailing him out of his financial situations for us to believe that something's not amiss here. Now all of a sudden you're so interested in getting this war over. People are dying. People are dying in Palestine. People are dying other places where there's war going on as well.
Well, they don't really care about the Palestinians. You saw they just let them cut off aid to them. And so that's my whole thing too. It's like, look, when it comes to this war, it's like you can be pro-Russian in America or you can be pro-Ukrainian, right? Everyone's okay with that, right? Mm-hmm. But once you start saying I'm pro-Palestinian in America, they want to throw you, they want to kill you. You know what I'm saying?
You're the worst person in the world.
The worst person in the world. It's like, why can't I support them? But let's get back to the topic. I think Zelensky needs to make the mineral deal. They came in and they embarrassed him. But at the end of the day, without the U.S. support, like Donald Trump said, that war would have been over in 2 weeks. So
without NATO support in general, it just wasn't just us. There was a lot of other people. They got a bunch of their F-35 fighters from I want to say the country, I believe it was like Sweden or one of those other countries, gave them some F-35s, man. We more than what we gave them. We've given them like 119 billion. I think the EU was giving them like over, I don't know, 128 something or billion or something like that. So there's been parity, but they've gotten a lot from everybody. They need our help, and it helps us. It's not just like about, we're helping you guys out. We're helping ourselves out. This is a nuclear power.
But also as Americans, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to sit here and struggle and, watch your price of everything go up. And then they're like, well, we're going to send Ukraine 83 billion. And I can understand what you're saying, Wes. It's a strategic thing to do. Yeah. But as a common American who doesn't really care about foreign dwellings or foreign situations going on, you're looking at this war in Ukraine like, first of all, it has nothing to do with us. Second, all that money could have been used here. You know what I'm saying? Now we have an administration here that they're going to act like they're going to give you some money, but they're not. We know who the money's going to go to. You need to make over $400 million or $400,000 to actually get a tax break now. So, I mean, and then Donald Trump came out and said, he's like, look, we're helping you out. We're helping all y'all out. What y'all doing for us? What are you giving us?
I'm going to say this. I think you made like a
very my favorite rap group, bro. Run the Jewels.
I feel like, man, you made a very good point that it's like, is looked over a lot by people who may know a little bit more about like world affairs or a little bit, I mean, we tend to look over that point that some people are not into. We had a guest on our show one time and I spoke to him about just world affairs. So I don't care about that. I only care about what's going on in America. What's happening? Have you traveled the whole, but some people are like that. And it's like, if us not understanding that America is America because of our foreign policy, because of what we have. If you look at half the stuff you buy, it's coming from overseas. It's coming from somewhere else. Most of the things that we're buying here, we don't tend to realize that a lot of the vegetables we buy are also coming from another country. A lot
Yep.
of the food that
During the
we have,
wintertime, South
it
America.
just it just is what it is. You know what I mean? And so we have to understand America is much more than just the United States. We're a global economy, and
Yeah,
everything's
there's a
global.
lot of web of stuff that goes on that keeps us safe and keeps our stuff on our shelves and our products going. And as that's getting messed with and touched right now, a lot of people are going to realize, damn, we do kind of need these other people. But I
Yeah,
mean, it's gonna, and a lot of people, you're not going to be able to get to work. Like, I'm about to start walking to work just to save money on gas because I know that's going to go up. I'm
yeah.
glad I have the opportunity to be able to walk downhill. I'm gonna catch the bus on the way up because I'm out of shape, bro. Well, I'm in shape like a peanut M&M. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's enough of that.